New gun storage laws will be going into effect in just 2 days. For what's changing and why they're made, we're talking with Ryan Bates, who's the executive director of the group End Gun Violence. The group helped push for new changes, background checks between private parties, all these things. Ryan, thank you for joining us. Can you kind of go through just a quick list of what these major changes are and what people should know on Tuesday?
Absolutely. Well, the most important thing we want folks to remember is that safe storage of firearms in homes with children is now the law in Michigan. This is a common sense measure that responsible gun owners are doing already, but now it's just a requirement that everyone must follow. You can use a gun lock, such as a cable lock, or a safe to secure those firearms in your home or when children are visiting your home. This is really important because firearms have become the #1 cause of death for children in our state. And safe storage is a simple way that we can all take responsibility for that tragic statistic and save children's lives.
Gotcha. Okay. As
Um,
far as background checks go, we've been talking about that for quite some time here in the state of Michigan. The background checks more inclusive, I guess you could say, now expanding to private sales.
mhm. The old law, most background checks were only done when you were buying from a federally licensed firearms dealer. Now, any transaction requires a background check. Most gun owners will be used to this. You can go to a police department and they will run a background check for you and give you a permit to purchase, or you can take your firearm to a dealer and they'll process the background check for you. So just
Gotcha.
one quick extra step to make sure firearms stay out of the hands of folks who have disqualifying criminal histories or serious mental illness.
Speaking of disqualifying criminal history, also extended here are the laws when it comes to domestic violence. My understanding is that if you've been convicted of some type of domestic violence, you can no longer own a gun in the state.
Well, it's for a temporary bar on gun ownership. And this is really important. When there's a firearm involved in a domestic violence situation, it's 5 times more likely to end in death. So this is a simple measure we can take. These folks have been convicted of hurting their families. They've already proven that they can't be trusted to be responsible with a gun. So the new law says that if you're convicted of a domestic violence related crime, felony or misdemeanor, that can include things like assault, stalking, destruction of property, as well as domestic assault, uh, then you lose your ability to own guns or firearms for 8 years after the completion of your sentence. Now, this includes not just your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, but also an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-spouse, or other people in your home, such as children, grandparent, or a housemate. Anyone who's in that domestic sphere and is subjected to one of these crimes, that qualifies, and the perpetrator loses their gun rights for 8 years.
Gotcha. Okay. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So much information that people need to be aware of, especially come Tuesday when the laws go into effect. Appreciate your time.
Thanks very much.